One could argue that Mandy doesn't have to be portrayed so harshly in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. She doesn't have to look this awful to highlight the value of her career and other shortcomings. As was already mentioned, the spin-off could devote more time to elucidating Mandy's reasons or illustrating her tension between her desire to establish herself and her responsibilities as a wife and mother. She isn't shown as sympathetic in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, particularly when it comes to Audrey, who has consistently opposed her relationship with Georgie and has made remarks about how she could live a better life. It doesn't help, though, that the show presents Mandy's husband as a hero who is hardly capable of doing anything wrong. By emphasizing that everything Georgie does originates from a good place, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage always manages to soften his mistakes. Given what is known about her sacrifices to support his family following George's untimely death in young Sheldon, there is also, somehow, a soft spot for him. His ongoing story in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is overshadowed by his emotional encounter with Sheldon in The Big Bang Theory. In addition to the emotional impact of witnessing Georgie's personal journey during the final seasons of young Sheldon, Mary and George's firstborn has also turned into a bright spot. He has consistently been kind, diligent, and patient, not just with Mandy, but with all of the McAllisters. That makes Mandy appear much worse than she is, especially when contrasted with her easily agitated and somewhat manipulative tendencies. This does not imply that Mandy is without fault. As previously mentioned, her chances of regaining her TV glory days may be hampered by her tendency to be irritable and self-centered. However, pointing out Georgie's shortcomings won't, in and of itself, justify his wife's bad conduct. By doing this, baby Cece's parents would be more fairly and realistically humanized. Instead of placing the blame for the breakup on a single character, this helps Georgie and Mandy's first marriage set up a more emotionally charged divorce when it does occur. Fortunately, Season 2 of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage provides ample opportunity to make amends. Scott is staying, as was previously confirmed, so Mandy will keep working with him. But it's also an excellent chance to demonstrate that she is just as dedicated to her marriage as her husband is. It is her responsibility to act appropriately and advance her career regardless of Scott's feelings. It would also be fascinating to learn more about Mandy's innermost feelings regarding her fears, which may be the cause of her strong desire to pursue her own career. Additionally, now is the ideal moment to expose Georgie's flaws. It's interesting to note that Sheldon's brother hasn't always been so cheerful and understanding. He was impulsive and even rude in previous young Sheldon seasons. It goes without saying that Georgie and Mandy's first marriage cannot simply restore those qualities, especially since doing so would deprive him of all the years of character growth he has experienced. There are alternative methods to ground Georgie, though, such as showcasing him more while he struggles, loses his cool, and balances all of his obligations, as it did in the beginning. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos.